Welcome back to The Explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're tackling a massive bottleneck in the digital marketplace, e-commerce copywriting. We're going to unpack exactly how to optimize Jasper to generate high-converting copy for giant platforms like Shopify and Amazon. If you're looking to streamline that digital storefront of yours and really master the nuts and bolts of efficient online selling, well, you're in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. What are online sellers desperately searching for every single day? You know, it's not just a passing thought. It's a relentless grind, right? You wake up, you check your analytics, track your inventory, and then, inevitably, you hit that familiar roadblock. You need fresh, compelling content to feed those hungry algorithms and keep your buyers engaged. And honestly, without the right systems in place, struggling with that workflow is just a fast track to burnout.
The absolute heartbeat of any successful online store is e-commerce copywriting. Think about it. Whether you're dropping a brand new product or desperately trying to revive a stagnant listing, your words are literally your 24/7 sales team. So the fundamental challenge sellers are trying to solve every single morning is figuring out how to create and optimize this exact copy at scale. And they need to do it without sacrificing quality or, losing their minds in the process.
Our source material boils this reality down to one absolute, undeniable truth. Online sellers search daily. I really want you to think about the weight of that statement. This isn't just some simple set it and forget it task where you write a description once and walk away for the year. No way. It's a continuous, never-ending loop of creation and optimization just to edge out the competition, day after day. Sellers are constantly on the hunt for better workflows to manage this heavy load.
Now, the structural answer to that brutal daily grind is Jasper. But we're not just talking about some broad, general AI tool here. In the context of our source material, Jasper is utilized specifically as a heavy lifting mechanism for e-commerce listings. When you're staring down a massive queue of 50 products that desperately need descriptions, Jasper completely takes the blank page out of the equation. It basically acts as the engine that scales your entire storefront.
But here's the catch. Generating that copy requires entirely different playbooks depending on where you're actually selling. Shopify? Well, that demands a highly story-driven, cohesive brand voice to really build that direct-to-consumer loyalty and trust. Amazon, on the other hand, is an entirely different beast. It's this dense, search-driven engine that relies heavily on very specific, keyword-rich bullet points to satisfy its unique ranking algorithm. Jasper's real power is acting as the architectural bridge here. It allows you to seamlessly pivot your copy's structure so it fits perfectly within these two highly distinct environments.
So the crucial point is that simply owning the tool isn't the finish line. Execution is absolutely everything. You need specific generation tips. It all comes down to how you engineer the prompt. For example, instead of just asking the AI for a generic product description, you actually have to actively guide its focus. You need to command it to use specific power words, maintain a defined brand tone, or strictly adhere to formatting constraints that match what e-commerce actually demands. The AI desperately needs your strategic steering wheel to be effective.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what your strategic focus needs to look like. It requires a highly targeted optimization process. You really can't just throw raw, unedited AI outputs onto a storefront. You've got to isolate your exact copywriting needs first, run that strategic framework through the generation tool, and then manually polish the output. That ensures it aligns perfectly with either Shopify's brand-centric feel or Amazon's algorithm-heavy structure. It transforms abstract AI generation into an actionable daily checklist for you, the seller.
Let's move on and see how this builds into a highly repeatable workflow. It really all starts with the realization that your daily copy needs require a formalized system, rather than just ad hoc writing whenever you happen to find the time. Once you implement a targeted tool like Jasper, the bulk of your time suddenly shifts away from staring at that dreadful blank page. Instead, your focus moves to actively applying those platform-specific generation tips. Basically, you transition from just being a writer to acting as an editor and a high-level strategist for your listings.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. If online sellers are out there searching daily for an edge, is your listing generation actually optimized? You know the daily grind exists, and we've seen that the gap between Shopify and Amazon requires distinct, targeted strategies. So are you still doing it the hard way, starting from scratch every single morning? Let these structured insights be the catalyst to stop that exhausting daily search and start actually optimizing your workflow today. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer. Keep learning and keep optimizing.